Apple just launched the Apple Vision Pro. It's basically the next phase of VR. They are goggles that you wear around your head, and you can access the internet with them. You can watch sports. You can use Apple Maps, Google Maps.
You
while
cannot,
you're using
however,
them.
use VR porn.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's still not something you can access with them, but people are starting to wear these things out in the wild, and it's making us all feel nervous about the future. It looks very dystopian. If I saw someone wearing these in public, I would probably bully them because they look dorky. That's the main problem, is that they look so dorky.
Mary's going to hold
gay.
struggle sessions for these people.
They look like the sunglasses that Randy Savage, or that Macho Man Randy Savage used to wear.
Yeah, they look like suicide pods for your face. That's how I see them.
Suicide pods for your brain.
Yeah, for your brain.
Do you guys remember Google Glass? People looked ridiculous when they had Google Glass too, and then that died. The thing with the Apple things is it's like it's just sort of an admission that reality is not good enough to live in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it has to be augmented. And also the other thing too is the life inside VR is also not good enough to live in. It's like we are mediocritizing our entire life, our entire reality.
Yep.
And that's the really sad part, because, you know, you see these studies come out, people have less and less actual friends, less real life experiences, less sex, less actual relationships, less connection with their families. You know, and it's just very sad that we weren't meant to exist like that.
I think it also kind of goes in what I was saying a little bit earlier about, like, you have to fake it till you make it confidence-wise. No wonder we have a society that may have less confidence than they ever had before, because you're not actually experiencing things in the real world. So without real-world experiences, there's no way to actually bolster your confidence, because it comes from doing.
Well, that's the thing, too, that you see with, like, these education curriculum programs, and you see them, like, pushing social emotional learning, and they're like, the kids don't have any social skills, so let's focus on that, and we'll downplay math and things that actually will build confidence because they give you skills
and structure.
Right. And so I think that's a big issue too. Like, I just I'm now homeschooling my kid because working 6-10 hours a day was not enough for me, and we just started like a month or so ago, and it's already going way better. Like, I'm super stressed out about it, but like a lot of stuff, they weren't teaching anything.
Interesting. Like,
they
what
just
did you notice?
Weren't teaching anything.
What was one or two things that you noticed they weren't teaching?
You know, for years I'm hearing I'm just not good at math.
Right.
Or I didn't get to participate in the science experiment. Or like, you know, how'd you do on your English test? Okay, but, you know, I was way ahead in the book. They're on chapter 4 and I finished the book already last week.
Whoa.
This kind of stuff. So now we're, you know, reading at his pace. You know, I'm looking at the curriculum and he's like, oh, I'm already in chapter 16. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about chapter 6. Let's go from there.
Right.
You know, let's talk about that. With the math stuff, it's a lot more, obviously, it's very hands-on. I'm sitting right there and we go through all of it. And today he's like, the math is going I feel way better about math now. You know, we understand all of these things.
Wow.
And that's going way better.
That's great.
And he, you know, we like did a math test. That was bizarre. Like, do a test. Here, you know, you're in your pajamas still, whatever. But just a lot of stuff. There's a lot more confidence with regard to the skills that are being developed.
Yeah. I wonder if this is...
We're doing science. We did like chem projects. We blew up some hydrogen. That was baller.
Your kid would be into one of these things?
Oh, he keeps asking me for these. He's been asking me for a VR thing for years.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he knows that under no circumstances will I ever buy it for him.
Do you think keeping it out of the house will make him want it more, and then when he does get a chance to have it,
he's gonna rebel?
I don't know. I'm not gonna offer him weed either.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
We're not doing these
They
things.
could go for a lot of things.
I like that this is compared to weed.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be like, try your first drink at home, son. No, screw that.
Totally.
No chance.
I'm with you on that. I wonder if this is going to be a phase that kicks off and like stays, or it's going to be like Google Glass where it just dies away, you know?
Probably.
Well,
I think that the look of them is a barrier there.
Well, I asked him earlier if he had the
retarded.
Google glasses, which he said he did.
Yeah.
And he said basically all they did was like take pictures or record video, and you could access the internet, but it wasn't legible in front of your eyes.
Interesting.
And yeah, they were basically useless. But this is like the next frontier of that type of technology, where it's like totally... it's supposed to be totally integrated with what you're looking at outside of you. So that's why they would argue it doesn't isolate you from what's going on around you.
Oh, it
But you
isolates
see
you.
people
But
like
you can
doing
see,
like
like,
this
in
in
these
the air. They
videos-
look like Biden trying to
This
shake
guy
someone's
is-
hand.
This guy is like doing work on the subway, which
Yeah.
I see
while
the
wearing
video.
these, and I'm like, someone is going to steal these off of your.
I
off
look
of
at
your
the
just
video,
punch you.
I look
Or
at the
push you.
video of the two guys who are eating lunch together on their with their Google with these on or with their Apple goggles on, and I'm just like, how is this any different from two people who are sitting there not talking to each other? I get it that it's different,
Which
but I'm saying
kids do
you're
that
still,
too.
You're still not communicating with. Like, it's still something when I go out to eat with someone, I have to tell myself, put this down,
Yeah.
engage with the person in front of you.
Yep.
You're not doing yourself or them any favors by dividing yourselves between with an internet between you.
Yep.
Right? So all this is just a fancier way of doing that. It's not going to help a generation of kids. I just saw the story the other day, I'm sure you guys talked about this, of the kids who are protesting outside their school because cell phones were banned. Right?
I did not see that.
Yeah, okay, so
Wow.
there was a school, and they banned cell phones, and like most of the kids in the school just wouldn't go to class.
That's the thing. Like, the problem in the first place is that you allowed smartphones, and then you gave them a taste of it. They wouldn't have to protest if it was just understood all along that that wasn't acceptable.
I'm so glad I had no smartphones in high school.
It's also life-threatening because some people are wearing the Apple Vision Pros while driving in self-driving Teslas,
That's creepy too and dangerous.
which I think is illegal, right?
it really ought to
That's
be illegal. If
It's
you're not
basically
allowed
the same
to,
thing as texting and driving.
If you're not allowed
but
to
worse.
text and drive, why should you be allowed to live in a exist in an augmented virtual
Yeah.
reality and drive?
You were recently in a car that self-drove.
I was.
How was
I was
that?
in California. I was visiting my brother, and my kid really wanted to go in the self-driving car. So my brother, of course, he's a San Francisco guy now, and we got in. I did not trust the vehicle.
Yeah.
I was sort of creeped out the whole
I
time.
Yeah.
liked it.
I didn't like seeing the steering wheel move on its own.
There's
Yeah,
an
I
insane
don't like
amount
that.
of Teslas here in this area compared to, like, I was back in Minnesota over the summer. I didn't see a single Tesla the entire time I was there. They're everywhere here.
Yeah.
They're everywhere in California. There's even
Yeah.
more. We did we were like, oh, we'll count the Teslas, and it was like, you get to 500, you just give up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
But you
not
see,
cool
let's
anymore. if
let's show
everyone's
people the
doing it.
video
Yeah.
of the guy on the subway.
I'm
This is,
curious what it looks like inside.
Yeah.
Are there
Yeah, let's
videos
see.
of that?
He just looks like a dork.
You don't know that this kid's actually writing the next Odyssey.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's working on the Iliad.
doubt
Right,
it.
but it's in
doubt it.
VR.
So there are
Like,
also
you can
some.
only see it if you get the glass or whatever.
Screw that.
Living his best life, doesn't give a crap what anybody else thinks.
Like
There
if
are
you're sitting in
some-
Washington Square and you have VR on, like you're doing Washington Square wrong.
yeah.
Totally.
There are some videos also from inside the Apple Vision Pro if
Yeah.
you wanted to see
Can
those.
we- I'd like to
This
see
one
that.
is Apple Vision Pro deepfake app concept
Yep, here we
where
go.
you can face swap people in real time who are standing in front of you with celebrities.
Did celebrities sell their image?
I don't think they have an
Oh, it's
option.
not Leo, it's Jack
What are you doing?
Dawson.
Stop it! What is this?
That's so
What?
creepy.
That's awful.
Your
She's like-
boyfriend is Zac
she's like
Efron
the-
forever now.
She's like the Apple goggles stay on during sex.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's also like you can watch sports on the Apple Vision Pro. You can use spatial vacuuming, gamified home cleaning. It shows you like little
Gamified
coins.
home cleaning sounds fun.
Well, then show
That's
the
good for
video,
chores. Good
Brett.
thing for
Show the
chores.
video.
That's what I'm
Is that
saying.
in the same one?
It's not,
Like,
it's,
I
yeah,
don't
it's
wanna
the
wash
third
my
tweet
dishes.
down.
Okay.
Let's turn it into Pokemon.
Here we go.
Right?
Yeah.
Or something.
See
looks
that?
more,
Space
it
Invaders.
looks more Sonic the Hedgehog to me.
You collect coins by vacuuming.
Oh, that doesn't seem
This is
great.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's boring.
It didn't even get the corner. It
Yeah.
sucked up that's wrong. Yep.
Is that how you get Bitcoin?
That's how you're gonna get,
Is
like-
that Bitcoin? I don't know.
I would do it if it was Bitcoin. But aren't these not Google, whatever they are. What company is this? Aren't they
It's
like
Apple.
$40,000 or something?
No.
How much
Aren't
are
they
they?
allowed?
I don't think so. I thought they were like at least under 10K.
Are they?
Okay, either of those numbers is ridiculous.
But still, yeah.
And too
You can
much.
also use an app on Zillow to tour homes in the Apple Vision Pro, like as if you were inside them.
Wow.
You can
Wow.
use real-time translation with somebody like speaking to you
Putin and
in
Tucker
another
both
language.
have
Like they could
their-
both use the Apple Vision
Yeah.
Pro in their interview.
Yeah.
No, you need the body language.
Yeah.
5K.
Well, and of course
they're saying
Putin
for me.
speaks
I thought that
English,
they said
but
they were
he's not gonna-
I thought they were 5,000 or something like that, like 3,999 or
Still ridiculous.
4,999. It's a
In
lot.
10 years, it'll be $200, and a lot of people will be plugged in.
Well, 4,000 for what they're selling is not that bad,
Yeah.
really.
No.
It's
You
not.
could probably keep upgrading this, right? Like you download something to make it look better, so and whatever the fake world evolves.
Makes me laugh because my favorite thing that movies still do to this day, which they never need to do, is when you watch these spy or action movies and they've always got the holographic monitors. I'm like, just use a regular monitor. Like it's.
How do you have peripheral vision when you're wearing these? I don't think you can. Not safe if you're walking around a city subway.
Yeah.
Or just,
platform,
your average mountain hike.
Right.
But this is like
One little step.
when you have multiple monitors at your desk, and this is just putting the monitors in front of your eyes instead, where you can be watching sports on this
So is the idea here
one,
that,
and then
like-
you're like on Twitter, you're scrolling Twitter on this one, and then you've also got your smartphone, and then you've also got music playing, and then you can like Google search something, and it's just like it's never-ending feed of stimulation.
Well, what if you're
Meanwhile,
just using it on
you
your own?
never get
Like,
anything deep in your
just
brain.
you're just
no
using
deep
it when you're at
thoughts.
home. Maybe the idea here is that it's just ridiculous to bring it out into public and use it while you're on a bus or on a out in like a park.
But that's exactly what people are doing because it's sort of like wearing AirPods in public. It's a signal that you don't want anyone to talk to you. You don't want to
Yes.
interact with the real world.
I have done that for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that that's also a negative trend. I don't like that.
I feel like I'm at danger anytime I've been outside with the AirPods on, because
You feel like you're in danger?
yeah, in danger, because they turn off all the sound so well that I'm like constantly thinking someone's behind me about to stab me.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.